show you how to get the Kinetic Pulse Rifle Bad Juju. To start off, you will begin this quest step when you complete your first ever run in the Menagerie. Secondly, you can obtain this quest step by paying 5,000 Glimmer to open the chest on the barge on Nessus. Either way you go about it, once you have done that, you will get your invitation, and this kicks off your quest step for Bad Juju. Now your first step, you will need to visit the Tribute Hall, and this is located in Nessus at the bottom of the map to the right of the Leviathan raid. And once you're in here, this is the Tribute Hall, and your first step is going to talk to Callus, or to this statue of Callus, and this will give you your first step. Now, to keep it simple, this quest can be put together in literally 3 parts. Part 1 is to run the Menagerie or open the chest, visit the Tribute Hall. That's literally part 1. That's all it is. Part 2, you're going to need to complete a bounty. He's going to have 4 bounties that you can get every single day, and you absolutely have to complete 1 bounty to move forward with this quest. For this step, there is no other way around it. You absolutely need to complete 1 bounty. Now for the bounty I chose, I believe it was getting super kills without dying, and I found this spot in the EDZ where the Cabal dogs continue to spawn. So I don't know if it's a glitch, but as long as I didn't go in, they continue to spawn, and I was wearing the exotics where every time they hit me or I hit them, I use melee charge, an arc melee charge. So it counted for this bounty because it was to get, kills using super abilities, and a melee hit counts as a super ability with these exotics. Now, again, they kept spawning in this exact spot. You'll get 3 dogs every single time as long as you do not go in. And this is how I got the 20 kills, just a very easy way. Instead of looking for public events, rallying to the flag, using my super and wasting it and coming back, this is how I found to get this done in literally maybe 5 minutes or less. Just being in the step and doing this over and over, and letting the dogs spawn over and over, and meleeing them until I completed my bounty. Now, once you do complete your bounty, you will once again need to return to the Tribute Hall, because this is going to give you your first step. This is going to give you your first tribute in the Tribute Hall, because for this quest you need a grand total of 18 tributes in the Tribute Hall. As you're going to see, I'm going to get something, and I'm going to need to find the place that it goes in, and you have a little marker on your screen, and you place the tribute, and that's what kicks off this quest. You need to place 18 tributes in the Tribute Hall, and in this next step I'm going to show you how to do it in the easiest way possible. For the easiest step that I mentioned, you need 2 things. 1, Glimmer, lots and lots of Glimmer. 2, planetary materials, lots and lots of planetary materials. With Glimmer and planetary materials, this is how you purchase your tributes that you're going to need for Bad Juju. Now, I previously stated you need 18 in total. If you have 250,000 Glimmer, you're set. And you may do this step in 1 run, and you may not even have to leave the Tribute Hall at all. And you need planetary materials. So I would say you need 500 planetary materials of every material, just so that you have enough. Because I had around 350, as you can see right here, of different materials, and with that alone, in this step, I didn't leave the Tribute Hall, and I ended up with 15 tributes in just these 4 minutes, because I had 250,000 Glimmer and I had a ton of planetary materials. Now, I did run out of planetary materials, and I did have to leave in order to get more materials. But if you do it right, and if you time it right, if you have the planetary materials, and if you have the glimmer, you can get this entire quest done in maybe 30 minutes. And you may not even have to leave the tribute hall whatsoever, because that's how you're going to move forward with this quest. You need the glimmer, you need the planetary materials in order to buy tributes. Now, the bounties, what they do, the purpose of these bounties is the more bounties you complete, the less that your costs go down. It only goes down by 1%. So if you want to complete maybe 20 bounties, I don't know if it'll stack to 20%. I haven't tried it, but I mean, if you want to do it that way and maybe complete 5, 10, 15 bounties first, you can absolutely do that. This way, again, it's knocked down 1%. So if I completed 5 bounties, that means that the cost went down 5%. And if you want to go about it and do it that way, you absolutely can. However, if you don't want to do it that way, you don't have to, you don't need to. What's required is you only complete the very first bounty to keep the quest moving forward. After that, you're not required to complete any more bounties. So as long as you have the glimmer and the planetary materials, you can stay here, and complete all your 18 tributes in one go. Now, as you'll see here, once I hit 15, I had to leave because I needed more materials. But if you own a season pass and every few ranks you get a box of planetary materials, that's going to help. If you don't have a season pass, that's absolutely fine, and you can get up to 30 plus planetary materials maybe every 10-15 minutes, depending on how you do it. If you're doing lost sectors, if you're opening chests, if you're finding random planetary materials, if you're doing lost sectors, anything that will give you planetary materials, that's going to help if you need more. So as you're going to see here, in one run, I got 15 tributes completed, and I need 18. So I needed 3 more, and this was just my first run. And after that, I had to. Remember, every bounty you complete gives you a boon of opulence. Every boon of opulence you turn in reduces your tribute cost by 1%. That's one thing to keep in mind. And again, you do not need to complete any bounties. However, if you want to drop the cost, this is how you're going to go about doing that. If you don't care about any of that, then skip the bounties. Do the one that's required. After that, go about it how you want to. If you want to complete the bounties, you can. If you don't have to. You don't need to. If you want to do it just by planetary materials and glimmer, you can absolutely do it that way. And once you have your 18 tributes, you will get your next quest step. And as was previously stated, everything takes place here except material farming and glimmer farming. Anything else or everything else takes place here. So once you have your 18 tributes, you're going to get your next step, which is again here in the tribute hall. So to reiterate, if you have the glimmer and if you have the planetary materials, you actually don't need to leave the tribute hall whatsoever. You're only going to need to leave the tribute hall the first time you complete the bounty, and if you are farming for glimmer and farming for planetary materials. Outside of that, everything takes place here in the tribute hall. And as you're going to see, I complete my 18 tributes, and after that I go and I talk to Callus, which is again here in the tribute hall. So you're not going planet to planet, you're not going back and forth, you're not doing anything like that. This is a very self-contained exotic quest. What I mean by that is it all takes place in one space. This all takes place here in the tribute hall, and It's not, EDZ, tower, anything like that. Go talk to this person, go talk to that person. It's very self-contained. Now, once you talk to Callus, once you have your 18 tributes, and you talk to Callus, you're going to get this. Your next quest step, your follow-up quest step. For this quest step, what you're going to do is, you're going to notice a glass case. Hit the button prompt in front of the glass case. Watch the green mist disappear, and the room lightens up. Once that has happened, hit the button prompt again, and you're going to start this mission that's right in front of you. Now, for spoiler's sake, I cut all of that mission out so you can experience it yourself. And it can be one man. It can definitely be one man. Once you complete the mission, you will be returned to the tribute hall, and Bad Juju will now be in the glass case that was previously full of green mist. Claim your Bad Juju, and you now have a new exotic. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'm Nate. I'll catch you guys in a few days with Fourth Horseman Exotic Guide.